By listening and walking in compassion with those who have grieved the loss of a marriage, Beginning Experience Ministry expresses God's love and mercy for every person.
Beginning Experience Ministry is a ministry of heart, of listening people who know what it's like to walk through the darkness of grief. And it is a transformative program where we will accompany you through the darkness and try to help you on your path towards the light.
The mission of Beginning Experience is to minister to grieving individuals who have lost a relationship, whether it's they're just separated, divorced, or widowed, to move through the grief journey so they can be healed, to again love themselves. The Beginning Experience International Ministry chooses to minister to those that are separated, divorced, and widowed together simply because we recognize that grief is a universal feeling and process.
The key to separated, divorced and widowed people being together on Beginning Experience is loss. There are many forms of loss. Loss of a partner through separation or divorce, and loss of a partner through death. But that's the common denominator, and I find that people connect with that and support each other and can identify with each other in that.
Grief is the same everywhere. When you try to resolve your grief, the feelings and all that, whether you are Chinese, American, you are Australian, you are from New Zealand, it's the same everywhere.
Human nature sometimes wants to separate into the camps, but it's so beautiful when we have widowed and divorced and men and women in all ages. That's one thing that's so universal church-like about this ministry.
Kubler-Ross had her 5 stages of grieving, but there was a 6th stage added on, which is reaching out. And I think that's where Beginning Experience plays a big role. There's so many people that they can identify with that in some ways Beginning Experience becomes like family. So it makes that reaching out stage tangible and possible.
Beginning Experience offers 3 main programs for adults. The first program that we offer is a weekly support group type of program called Coping with Life Alone. Then we have the Beginning Experience weekend program, which is a weekend that begins on Friday evening and goes through Sunday afternoon. It's very intensive, if you will. And following the weekend program, we have a program called Continued Beginnings. Beginning Experience was developed and created by a sister, Sister Josephine, and its theology is based on the death and resurrection of Jesus.
You are on the cross, so to speak. I've been abandoned. Husband left or divorced me or vice versa. It's over. But they don't see the resurrection. And the resurrection is rising up.
The suffering and facing death, either the death of a spouse, the physical death, or the death of a spousal relationship. It's something, that kind of sorrow and grief and anger and depression, Jesus has been there before us. So that as we suffer with him, then we're with him into a new life, or a new way of seeing life.
The Paschal Mystery is our example, because it's about life, death, and resurrection, and that's what we're going through ourselves at every minute, to believe that Jesus has done this, and It is the natural process of life as well. But because Jesus has done it, there is resurrection.
I think like with anybody in any difficulty, they need a healthy community, a healthy person to relate their story. Just relating what their side, their version of it, can be healing in its very self. And when you get people together who have this common experience, and they all feel that way, and then they all realize, yes, but, there could be hope, and that coming together with people who have had the experience, have gone through beginning experience, can be very helpful to those who are just going through it and just maybe acknowledging it for the first time.
Beginning experience is a much needed experience for the world. We need somebody who can say, I've been there. I to some extent, not totally, but to some extent, I understand what you are going through, and I'm here to accompany you.
The motto is a weekend away for a lifetime of change. And so it is, again, a spiritual transformation. We hope, it is our goal, that people come on Friday night and by the time they leave on Sunday that they feel transformed and maybe not entirely healed, but able to move forward to love others, to love God, to feel God's love for them. So we hope that we can help people overcome whatever obstacles and memories, to put things in perspective.
Beginning experience ministry is a healing ministry. I think there's a lot of hurt, a lot of shadow in life with loss. And beginning experience is like a light that guides people through that, so that they have renewed life and renewed light in the world. I think for many people it's a mini miracle in their life, and for that reason, long may it last.